Bankman-Fried asks FTX creditors to stay out of his Robinhood shares. Welcome to CryptoLink channel. If you love getting news and updates about cryptocurrency, join our community by subscribing to our channel. You can tap the bell icon to never miss our new videos. If you enjoy our channel, kindly like and share it with your friends. January 6, 2023. A tweet from the block stated, Bankman-Fried tells FTX debtors to leave his Robinhood shares alone. Sam Bankman-Fried, a co-founder of FTX, has initiated a lawsuit in an effort to prevent creditors from seizing his nearly $450 million investment in the brokerage Robinhood. In a court document filed on Thursday, attorneys for the shamed exchange chairman said the shares don't belong to any of the FTX-connected companies currently facing bankruptcy and that Bankman-Fried needed the funds to pay for his legal costs. In order to compensate the nearly 1 million FTX's creditors, the sibling hedge fund Alameda Research as well as other associated businesses that are already insolvent and in the hands of court-appointed liquidators are requesting access to whatever assets they can uncover, along with the Robinhood shares. FTX creditors, the U.S. Department of Justice, and failed cryptocurrency lender BlockFi have all filed lawsuits seeking ownership of the shares. Gary Wang, another co-founder of FTX, and Bankman-Fried acquired their 56.2 million shares in Robinhood through a special purpose company called Emergent Fidelity Technology. According to the petition, the two men obtained the funds necessary to buy the shares from Alameda using promissory notes. Irreparable damage. The petition of Bankman-Fried stated, the FTX debtors are attempting to encumber assets worth hundreds of millions of dollars without having any legal claim to them, while also ignoring the independent existence of a business that is not a party to this case. Bankman is counting on his Robinhood investment to pay for his defense in court. The failure to pay the fees associated with a sufficient criminal defense may result in irreparable harm. The FTX debtors, on the other hand, simply risk economic loss. Same date. January 6, 2023. Cointelegraph tweeted, 5 years on from its launch in 2017, Decentraland is still lacking a stable VR solution, while the sandbox appears to have no imminent plans for VR. Developers explain why. In the minds of the public, the virtual reality, VR, and metaverse go hand in hand, and platforms like CryptoVoxels, Somnium Space, and Meta's Horizon Worlds presently support the technology. Decentraland, a browser-based 3D metaverse platform, still doesn't support VR, despite calling itself a decentralized virtual reality platform on its webpage. The creator of the extended reality experts XR Dev Studio, Sean Ong, is a member of the group that created the VR platform's Alpha Edition. He clarified that, while the Decentraland Foundation acknowledges that VR has long been part of Decentraland's goal, it has been given lower priority for deployment than core functionalities. The group that has been mostly in charge of establishing Decentraland, VR hasn't moved up too high on the priority list because they've been so busy developing out the basic functions and introducing a ton of other things. Ong, a member of Decentraland's DAO, and his group were awarded awards for their work bringing virtual reality to the platform. He stated that, nevertheless, the financing only enabled them to produce the VR client's alpha version, which was essentially an unstable VR port. Decentraland's inherent incompatibility with VR was the reason for the difficulties in introducing VR to the virtual world. Ong points out that while VR porting requires changing the source code to make it suitable with another platform, it might initially save effort and time. However, the developer would still have to update the port whenever the source project is changed. It would take significantly longer to create a separate VR client, but it would be shielded from the main project and ultimately more resilient, he said. Ong and his team requested an extra $240,000 in financing via a proposal on December 14 to create a specific VR client, however the vote failed with far more than 75% voting against it. Sandbox VR. In order to gain his opinion on VR technology in the metaverse, Cointelegraph also contacted Sebastian Borget, co-founder of blockchain-based metaverse, The Sandbox. Although Borget predicted that metaverses might one day exist in virtual reality, he also said that the sandbox had no near or future intentions for VR and that their focus for 2023 is on mobile. He said that, "Since we believe that VR technology is not yet developed or widely used, we strive to make the metaverse more accessible to everybody." Ong responds that these figures are still rather low and that the platform must be striving for millions when questioned about widespread criticism of Decentraland's 8,000 daily active members. According to Ong, metaverse and VR are becoming synonymous. Decentraland says that if it can add support for virtual reality to the system, VR absolutely must be a big component of a genuinely full-featured metaverse. If it can do this, it will be able to attract a lot more people. The Decentraland Foundation's executive director, Agustin Ferreira, responded via email, saying that the DAO may ultimately take control of platform development and that the foundation's goals are to promote community growth and provide rewards for developers to bring value to the whole ecosystem. January 6, 2023. Another tweet from Cointelegraph indicated, crypto lender Genesis cuts down an additional 30% of its workforce. Only 6 months ago, the company laid off 20% of its employees. Genesis Global Trading, a platform for cryptocurrency financing, reportedly let off 30% of its staff in its second round of restructuring in the previous 6 months. In response to the platform experiencing losses from loans to Three Arrows Capital and Alameda Research, Genesis reportedly decreased its workforce by 30%, according to a Wall Street Journal article dated January 5. In a customer update on January 4, the company stated that cost-cutting was a component of its business strategy. In an effort to reduce expenses, Genesis declared in August that it will reduce its 260-person staff by 20%. Michael Morrow, the CEO, also announced that he will give up his position as leader and take on an advisory position. In November, the cryptocurrency lending company froze withdrawals and banned the creation of new loans. Genesis has made claims for billions of dollars in debts from the two companies. Three Arrows Capital filed for bankruptcy during the bear market in 2022, and Alameda was included in FTX Group's Chapter 11 case in November. Another company experiencing financial issues in 2022 due to its relationship to Three Arrows was Voyager Digital, which filed for bankruptcy in July. After FTX US collapsed, Binance US declared that it will buy the lending company's assets for over $1 billion. That's it for our today's video. So, what can you say about the news? Let us know about it in the comments section down below. Thanks for tuning in to CryptoLink. We are always excited to provide you with news and updates about cryptocurrency, and if you like this video, please click the like button. See you on the next one.